In this video, our learning target will be to rewrite vertex form into standard form. So you're going to find that this is going to be very, very similar to the previous video where we rewrote intercept form into standard form, with the exception of one major difference. What we're going to have to do first is rewrite what it means for x minus 3 squared, or whatever the binomial is squared, into the product of those two binomials. So this is what I mean. So when you look at this first example, I'm going to copy down the 2, that coefficient in front. X minus 3 squared literally means x minus 3 times x minus 3, twice. And then I'm going to copy down plus 4. So all I did was change the way this looked, and you can already see this kind of looks like intercept form. So the first thing that I'm going to do is multiply out or FOIL out the x minus 3 and x minus 3, leaving the 2 in front untouched for the moment. So let me copy down that 2. If I do x times x, that's x squared. Now, since you guys are hopefully a little bit more comfortable with foiling, what I'm going to do is x times negative 3 and then negative 3 times x in my head, and I know I'm going to add those together. So negative 3x and another negative 3x, if I add those like terms, is negative 6x, is negative 6x. And then I have negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9. Now, if you're not comfortable with adding those like terms in your head, by all means, please show that extra step where you can add up the like terms and arrive at the correct answer. I'm going to copy down the plus 4. The next step now is to multiply or distribute this 2 to every term in this trinomial that we FOILed out. So that's going to turn into 2x squared minus 12x, and then 2 times 9 is the 18. And then don't forget, we still have the add 4 on the end there. So if I add the like terms at the end, my final answer in standard form is going to be 2x squared minus 12x plus 22. And this would be that function rewritten from vertex form into standard form. Now we're going to take a look at one more example together before I let you guys try one on your own. If you take a look at the next one, example 2, similar idea. I have a binomial squared. I'm going to rewrite it, keeping the coefficient negative 1/2 in front. I'm going to rewrite that x plus 3 squared as x plus 3 times x plus 3. And then I'm going to copy down plus 4 on the back end. Now if I FOIL out the x plus 3's, I'm going to have negative 1/2 in the front, and then x times x is my x squared. Then I'm going to have an x times 3, which is 3x, plus another 3x, giving me 6x for my middle term. And then 3 times 3 is going to be positive 9. Now I'm going to tack on plus 4 on the end. And just like before, we're going to distribute that coefficient to the x squared. Negative 1/2 x squared is going to be my first term. Then negative 1/2 times 6 is like saying 6 divided by negative 2. That's negative 3x. And then negative 1/2 times 9 is negative 9/2. Or we're going to probably rewrite that as negative 4.5 in a second. And I'm going to copy down the plus 4. So my final answer is going to be y equals negative 1/2 x squared minus my 3x. And now negative 9 over 2 is really negative 4.5. So if I have negative 4.5 and I add 4 to it, that's going to leave negative 1/2 or negative 0.5. And I'm fine if you leave it like that. So there it is in standard form. What I'd like you to try now is I give you one example where you're going to try it and see how we do tomorrow. Thanks for watching.